And we're back with some more Rimworld, following our nomadic tribe of Stone Age nutjobs, to be honest, just around the place. I'm going to cover quite a few mechanics here just early on because there's so many that need to be covered and a lot of good comments. One thing we want to take care of first, though, is this. This is where you get to assign out what people do, when, where, and there's so much I could go into here. I'm going to only cover one major thing, though. We're going to cover Anita, because when it comes to her biography, she has abrasive. And abrasive just means they rub people the wrong way, and they have a tendency to get into fights. They start social fights a lot. Well, they have a much higher percentage of causing social fighting. And if we check under her social, she's got a problem with Dog's Body, so I don't want the two of them on the same work shift. And Dog's Body is a vital member of the team, so what we're going to do is we're going to go into the restrictive settings here, and we're going to find Anita, and we're going to set her sleep pattern to be during the day, and we're going to let everyone else be at night. So everyone else, well, we're going to have them sleep for these hours. Then we're going to give them a little bit of recreation at the start of the day and at the end of the day, just to keep them topped up. I've seen many different styles at attempting this. This one just seems to be one of the better ones from what I've seen, though. Yeah, if you know any better ones, comments are there. That's probably not the best. You know what? I think we can make this a little bit neater, or more symmetrical looking at least. Symmetrical. So yes, there is a little bit of an overlap between the Anita's recreational period and everyone else's, which I'd prefer to avoid, but it's just the way it is. Or is it? You know what? Let's just... No, it doesn't really matter what we do, does it? We're always going to end up overlapping with it. It's fine. Eventually, at some point, we'll be able to reduce people's sleep patterns a little bit more once we get our hands on better beds and equipment. Another one is the minor break wrist here going on for MacGyver. The reason for that is because they're a wimp. Well, okay, they're not technically a wimp, they're volatile, so they have a lower mental break threshold than everyone else. And there are ways to help with that. Where is it? Oh, I want to see your needs. Yes, this is it. I keep getting mixed up. They need to be about a 50% mood. If they go below 50% mood, they go into mental break possibility territory. Everyone else has a much larger cushion. For example, they need to get down to about, I think it's 35, somewhere around there. So what do we do to stop MacGyver constantly being on the verge of breaking? Because we don't want them breaking. That would be bad. Well, in that case, we'll just go into managing the drug policies here. And we're going to create a new policy, which is entirely for MacGyver. I probably should have done something a little bit better with that. Select policy. Let's go to MacGyver, and we're going to change this. Up here, you can see for addictions, that means if a pawn has an addiction, they will be allowed. You can't really stop them from doing that. Well, I suppose you could, but that's just if they have an addiction to something, they will be allowed to go get more of it. For recreation, this means if there's any parties or anything like that, they can use these. No, thank you. And this is scheduled, and this is where we organize them to have it. Take to inventory only if recreation is below, only if mood is below, say, 49%. If your mood is below for 49%, and frequency every day, once every day. You can do it 2 times per day. You can use it. There's a wiki page on this that would make more sense. Take to inventory. You know what? You're going to keep one in your inventory at all times as well. So once a day, if they're below 49%, they'll take a beer, and that will help up their mood. Just means we don't have to worry about them causing so many problems. The beer I managed to acquire because it came with the new digs that we managed to find. So that takes care of, well, the more wholesome part of this tutorial. Now we're going to get into the slightly darker aspects of Rimworld. And yes, there are many darker aspects to Rimworld, but we're going into one of the darker ones, which is, well, we have a doctor. Where is it? Dog's Body here. And they've got some decent skills, like their medical skills is 9, but it could be better. So they need to practice their doctoring skills. And we have a prisoner. Yes, you can see how this is going to get into the dark areas first. You know what? Let's make sure no one else is set up for doctoring by Dog's Body. And let's just queue up a quick work bill. And things in here go from dark to progressively really dark. But we're going to start with some amateur dentistry here by installing some dentures. Yep, there we go. We're going to install a denture in our poor prisoner there, Larry. And we're going to set their bed so it can be used for medical as well. So when Dog's Body gets up, they will go around and take care of that amateur dentistry procedure, which is technically not a war crime. Okay, maybe technically it is, but we're going to pretend like it's not because... Yeah, I've been sorting out the storage areas in here. We've got our clothing, we've got our weaponry, general purpose storage is here and here. We've got our buildings, and then we've got our medicine slash other stuff. Anyway, all of that is sorted. Oh, we also have a quick food storage place, though my pawns haven't had time to sort all this mess out yet. Now, I have been advised when it comes to cooking, if you place food on a stool beside the cook bench, due to whatever way the mechanics work, the pawn no longer has to turn. They sort of magically teleport to pick up the food, so it increases efficiency. We're going to give that a shot there and keep meat right beside it. Thankfully, it's the middle of winter, so we have actually pretty cold temperatures, which means most of our food is staying relatively fresh. Anyway, we're going to let all the pawns catch up with everything, and once Dog's Body gets around to this operation, we'll cut back in. Dog's Body has woken up, had a quick breakfast, and then they've, after some lunch, they've decided to go and, well, after some tidying up, they've decided to go attend to Larry here. Now, the important thing we want to look at here is progress to next level. You can see it's 5,753 of 10,000, so they have some decent... They're about halfway to the next level. They're halfway to level 10. And after they install the dentures, they're about 9,583 points. They gained almost half a level doing just one operation. Just one operation. That's an incredible amount of experience gain. Now, how's Larry holding out after that? Well, Larry now has some dentures, which has reduced their chew efficiency by a bit. It just means it'll take them a little bit longer to eat things. But, yeah, we're going to install a wooden left foot as well because, yeah, like I said, this game just continues to get darker. But that will give us some more practice, so that's good. On the bright side, they're getting a meal in between. In the meantime, I've been segmenting off these places and doing some minor construction jobs. The reason being, I want to have more storage space so I can store more prisoners. Well, I can hopefully find more people to bring over to our side. I would like to hire a few more. It was mentioned that I should put the heads of the bed away from the door. Not for any practical purposes, but just because people prefer it that way. They just... putting the heads of the bed closer to the door just seems to annoy some people. I get it, you know. So we'll just leave that the way it is for now. Steel bed is normal. What were we looking for? I was looking for one more bed. Now, batteries. Yeah, my batteries are still doing okay. I've disconnected all of the turrets for the time being. I didn't want the turrets drawing power because, well, I don't have a lot with just one solar panel working for me. For the time being, okay, that's installed. You are going to be for Anita. I don't know if that's going to mess with Anita's sleep schedule. We don't care. That we can uninstall. I've been moving everyone around because I wanted to get them into better beds. The reason being, for example, you look at Dog's Body's bed. That's a steel bed normal. I replaced it with a wooden excellent bed. So we'll just uninstall that and we'll move Dog's Body over here. This game really now becomes about maximizing your dupes. No, wait, that's the wrong word. Maximizing your pawns. In other games, let's say, it's more about maximizing your base. In this, you want to take your pawns and make them as useful as possible to you. And there's several ways to do it. One way is to give them a decent bedroom. For example, let's see Anita here. Their needs are going to be a bit messed up because I did wake them up in the middle of the night. But let's see, where is it? Spacious interior, quite comfortable, minor passion for my work. What? How is she high on smoke leaf? Well, that's not going to help with her researching skills now, is it? Yes, manage drug policies. Oops. Yeah. We'll copy that one down. No drugs? Yeah. We'll go with no drugs here as well. I think you have to set the default policy here. 1 second. Damn it, can't remember. There's usually a way to set the default policy so that they get... so that the new recruits will all be on no drugs. But I'll just have to remember it for the time being. So that should hopefully stop that from happening. Where is Dog's Body? Did Dog's Body perform that second operation today? Well, their medical's gone up to 10, so that would appear so. Yeah, sorry I missed that one, but Dog's Body performed their operation. They're now at level 10 medical and learned max today. You can see that learned max symbol at the bottom. That means they learned so much today that they can't progress anymore. It's a limit to how quickly pawns can level up. So there's no point performing any more operations today. We'll queue up a couple of operations tomorrow after they've had a time to rest and that max learning debuff goes away. Anyway, for the time being, we're just going to survive the winter. We're surviving on quite a bit of meat we managed to store up, and as well as that, it's so cold in here that most of it's not going off. It's 0 degrees outside. Plan is survive. Ooh. A lynx is hunting muffalo calf for 3 food. Well, that's not going to go down very well with me. Who's assigned to this? Where? Rambo, what are you doing? No. One moment. Dog's Body is the closest pawn to this scenario, so we're going to get Dog's Body to go over and have a quick look at this. Oh. Did you just... You killed my Muffalo calf. Now, this is nothing personal. Okay, wait, no. It is totally personal. I'm going to just get rid of you because you are really annoying me for that. Oh, yeah. Go meow away. A quick thing also to cover that's a nice way to bump up the medical skills of some of your pawns. And it's pretty much... well... Some of the ways you can do it is will cause negative mood effects on your colonists. So there's a few simpler, cheaper ways to do it. For example, this is a mega sloth that I was hunting, and it was injured enough that it fell over. And then before my pawn went in to finish it off, I instead got Dog's Body to rescue it so that I could bring it back for medical treatment. However, the medical treatment we have for it is quite simple and should give us a decent amount of experience. Euthanize by cut. And then we just simply get Dog's Body to... 1 second. Prioritize tending to Mega Sloth. And that should hopefully do what needs doing. Wait, no, I'm up it. Just to be clear, if you want to euthanize them, it will cost you something. You have to allow them to use herbal medicine or worse. This is so that they can anesthetize it. So I'm going to prioritize operating, which means they should go in, pop in, grab some medicine, and come back and do the job. So let's just speed that along there. And here we go. Let's go grab the bio on this. Medical... 2,097, 3,297. So it costs you some medicine. Doesn't give you much of a return, but it is 1,000 experience, and you can do that with any pawn. So it's quite useful, and it doesn't cost you anything. Well, by bringing them to an animal sleeping spot. Now they can be taken over and carted, and the rest of the stuff can be done with them. But since we don't have enough experience to level up just yet, that means our prisoner over here is going to have... Yes, we're going to arrange a little bit of an operation for them today. We're going to start by installing a wooden foot on the right. Yeah, that's, like I said, this game gets really dark really quickly. Randy has seen fit to give us an event, and it's a solar flare, which is annoying. We don't have any light for anything. I was going to queue up some more operations on Larry here. With light, that's probably a bad idea. They could go horrifically wrong. I'd prefer to get the maximum amount of experience out of him before we let him go. Yeah, we're going to let Larry go. I mean, Larry's done us a good service, you know? After progressing normally for a while, Randy has decided that it's time for us to have some fun. The Tomahawk men are chasing someone. I don't really care who they are. They're 27, whatever, and there's 18 scavenger thrashers behind them. I have no idea what they are, but let's offer safety and see how that works out. So you're coming from down the bottom right up here, so that should be where they're going to come from. Where are you going to? You are going to go straight in here and grab a flak vest. That's probably a good idea. Let's see what you're like, actually. You are terrible, but you're incapable of nothing. Fast learner, brawler, and psychically hypersensitive. Well, yeah, we can work around some of this. I mean, we'll give you a tinfoil hat. And you're a fast learner. Yeah, we can do some work with you. You can become our close combat guy. Do you know we have a shield belt around here? I think we got one. We can give that to you. For the time being, though, we need to do a few things. First, we have to enable this. Reconnect. No, not reconnect the power. We want to designate power toggle. And then we're going to want to remove all of these. We want to reinstall here. And we're also going to want to reinstall this one over here. Yeah, let's try and get all of our gun turrets to bear on this place. Install here. Then we're probably going to want to get our pawns over there afterwards. However, that's a good bit of time. How's MacGyver doing? You know what, MacGyver? Get out of bed. Sleep is for the weak. We are going to get everyone to give up their boring stuff and get straight to work. Here comes the raid, and they're all quite heavily armed with close combat weaponry. So let's grab some of our more aggressive dupes and go out and say hello. Now, we don't have to kill them all. We only have to kill 9. Wow, seriously? That guy's so close. How could you not hit him? How? How did the guy get that close? That just seems highly improbable. I think Anita's not going to make it. That is unfortunate. She was a good researcher. Oh, they're attacking some of my animals. That's okay. I can live with that. Meat shields it is. Ooh, which reminds me, where is the animal zones? So we're going to make area 3 right about there, and then we're going to tell all of our animals. Where is it? Area 3. Ooh, except for the ones that have a bond with someone. What was Diggity doing? Diggity's going to grab a snack. No, Diggity, do not go outside right now. MacGyver, you know what, MacGyver, you can join in the fun as well. Where is Cecil? Cecil, you know what? You're just going to stay there. We're not going to have you do anything. Oof, there's going to be a hell of a medical bill after this. How many of you are left standing? 13. This is not turning out too good. We might want to leg it back a bit and grab our other pawns who are over here. Ooh, Cecil managed to get their hands on a shield belt, but didn't actually equip any weaponry. Oh, you probably run away from that turret. It's gonna... Yeah, there it goes. It popped. That means those two can stop right there. I wish there was a stop button. You should be able to shoot through there. You three, keep running. Oh, I think they've broken. Excellent. It turns out getting hit by that gun turret really didn't suit them very well. Ooh, okay, no. Stop getting greedy. Stop getting greedy. We want to go and have a look through any of these survivors and see if there's any colonists that are worth taking care of. For one thing, we should probably get Anita back. Bruised? No immediate danger? Well, that's not very exciting. So after looking through all of them, the only one that's actually injured as opposed to just straight up, passed on is this one. And they're not very good. I'm still going to keep them, though. The doctor might need some practice. But what we are going to try and do is try and nab a few more. So we're going to have everyone go out and have a quick chance at nabbing a few more of these. This one over here I would love to get my hands on. Oh, come on, don't miss them all. Hopefully we can get a few more before the end of this. You two are out of range. Why aren't you trying to get that guy? Wow, this guy is fast. I'm never going to catch them, am I? I really want to get my hands on this one because of they're actually pretty good. Cannibal, Iron-Willed, and Bloodlust. They're only incapable of firefighting, lots of good stats. Yeah, that would have been nice to catch up with them, but it would appear that is not going to be an option. Over here, what have we got? Oh, yeah, they totally did that one in too. We'll go up and catch up with Justin. What happened over here? You know what? I'll just tidy this up and we'll see what we've got at the end of it all. So, after that debacle where I lost quite a few critters, but some of them will survive. Oh, that dog, Caesar, how are you doing? After all the training that went into that, I probably should not have put them there. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So to said, I should actually leave them out some food as well. It's a good thing I noticed that. We're just, we've managed to capture 2 of them, which are of absolutely no use to us. We've got Nog here, who's no good at shooting or anything like this, and hopefully this pawn will get back before they fall over and are completely useless to us. Let's see, what do we got? Health. You have 8 hours to live, so we'll get prioritized tending to Speedy there. We've turned off medicine. We're just going to bandage up their wounds. We don't really care. And the rooms are already clean, so hopefully it won't be too bad. Oh, I never put any lamps in here, did I? Probably not my smartest plan. We'll just reinstall a lamp or 2 in here. Oh, fire foam popper. Never mind, we'll get them in some lighting. So after all of that, we end up with a couple of subpar colonists, let's be honest, who are basically just there for medical experiments. That's pretty much it. Yeah, because none of these... Yeah, that one could never become really a good shooter. They've got Bloodlust, Animal Management. You know what? Maybe I'll keep that one. I might keep that one just for if I can get my hands on some pigs. But, yeah, that was not really worth it, was it? I probably should have just let those ones pass me by. After that debacle dealing with all of those raiders, I realized my... major break risk. Who's going to major break risk? Anita. Oh, yeah, I've told Anita to take a little smoke break so that she can hopefully improve her mood a bit. That should stop her from breaking out before she didn't... Oh, she's lost consciousness now. Oh, yes. That's a fun thing about this game. People have consciousness. So if their consciousness goes too low, they can't function anymore. And combining an injured person with Smokeleaf, it seems, yeah, they ran out of consciousness. Diggity, you know what, Diggity? I want you to rescue Anita. You're going to rescue the alpaca? We have one of our poor people is down, and he's like, "Oh, I'll totally take care of that alpaca that got into the hooch." Yes, yeah, don't let your animals into your alcohol stash. It seems animals can and will drink your alcohol. So what I've done is I've created a few new zones. So actually, an easy way to do this, let's go into animals here. So for pets, pets can go anywhere. There's the Labrador Retriever and the Husky. Both of those will be just fine. So those ones can go anywhere except the alcohol. And the herbivores, well, all the other animals, they can stay outside the base. And there we go. Boom. That should allow everyone to do what needs doing. Also, as well as that, I've increased food production, but that's not really going to happen much because right now everyone is on medical. Medical is pretty important just to take care of all the critters and everyone that got injured. But this little incident has made me aware that I really need to up my defenses and improve my weaponry. I thought I had the correct amount of weaponry and armor for this scale of difficulty, but I don't. I need to wait until winter breaks, then I'm going to have to send out caravans, and I'm going to have to get my hands on more weapons, more armor, more improvements. And I have an idea on how to improve my pawns a lot more. Randy, it seems, does not want to give us a break because we're being attacked by another raid. Excellent, Randy. Thank you so much. You really shouldn't have. You really, really shouldn't have. Let's see what we got here. We got a couple of bows, some spears. Ooh, how many of each? Mostly ranged with only a few close combat. How far away are they? And how much time do we have? I keep forgetting to check on the messages. Is that immediate? They're attacking immediately. Okay, right, that's fine. Everyone's just about okay. Cecil, we want to give you something close combat-y. Let's grab you a mace, shall we? Yeah, there's a normal mace. Equip steel mace. Boom. Then we're going to get everyone to form a firing line. Do we have any more turrets? 1 second. Going to quickly deploy some gun turrets. That should help us out with this problem. Do I want to move the critters over? You know what? This is a small enough attack. I think we'll be fine. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Okay, that's everyone done there. Now, let's form a defensive perimeter and get ready for an assault. I just realized I would really like a mini-map in this game. That would be really nice. Who are we looking at here? I'm just keeping an eye out for the close combat people, so Cecil can get in on top of them. Where are you even going? They seem to be running past the kill area. I think they're going for my animals. If you're going for my animals, that's not going to go well for you. Ooh. I love that. That spear heading straight for Rambo. Let's see what happens. Ow. What the hell just happened there? Is that a smoke bomb? 1 second. That feels like a smoke belt went off or something like that, but I don't see any smoke belts. You know what? Cecile, I would like you to go over and have a word with those people. Oh my god, the shield belt wore off. That's not good. Go have a word with that one too. Who's left? There we go. Ooh, we got quite a few, actually. Let me think about this for a second. These two on the left don't have range, so we're going to close in on that flank. And Cecil is just going to continue clubbing people in the face, because that's Cecil. Damn, Cecil, that was pretty brutal. You just walked up and clubbed them down. Anyway, they've broken. They're going to run away. Let's have a quick check, see if there's any good ones we can try and run down. Yeah, none of them are worth it. I'm not going to bother really running any of them down. Well, I might run down Dinosaur and give them see if Cecil can catch up with them. It might be worthwhile. Wait. How did you miss them, Cecil? They were standing right there. Never mind. I think they're going to get away. That's okay. For the time being, I'm just going to dig some more graves so we can plant some more of these happy people who've showed up. We're going to let everyone heal up because, of course, everyone got a little bit hurt. You know what, Cecil? You give up and go home. It's fine. You should get some medical attention, though. Barely a scratch. Yeah, this also means I really, really, really do have to improve upon my defenses. And I'll give those mini turrets a repair, and then we'll uninstall them. And, yeah, we'll dump them back into storage. Ooh, thank God there was no solar flares. Yeah, I really need to get my research finished. I've run out of space for prisoners. I do have 3 prisoner storage areas, so I think it's time we let Larry go. We've got as much as we can out of Larry. We've replaced their right foot, their left leg, and their right leg, and their dentures, which means you got 5 operations out of them. All the rest of these will cause you to do, well, for example, if you were to harvest any of their organs, that would mean everyone in the colony would know you're an absolute raging psychopath, and no one would be very happy. It gives a negative morale to everyone in the colony, and it lasts quite a long time. So instead, all we're going to do is you're just going to release them. Yeah, it doesn't cause any negatives. We'll just release them, let them go. We no longer need them. And then I can transfer, was it Coyote? Oh, an original name, Coyote. We're going to transfer Coyote over there. And yeah, then we can, once everyone's caught up, we can start some more medical testing. So Randy throws a couple of infections at us. One of them is in Coyote. One of them is in Rambo. We'll take care of Rambo. Coyote, well, whatever. Prisoners being prisoners. Infection minor. Yeah, we need to take care of that before that becomes a problem. You know what? Who's our best doctor? That would be Dog's Body, who is currently sleeping off several injuries. You know what? We're still going to get you up because we need this taken care of as soon as possible. You know what? We might give you some better meds. Yeah. Perfect. Just to make sure Rambo's back on their feet as soon as possible. It's the end of winter and the beginning of April-May, or spring. Yeah, things were okay, but a few valuable lessons learned. One, when a critter is injured, you end up having to manually feed them. They can't graze anymore, which means suddenly all of those free critters that were going around grazing on the map, you have to feed them meals, and they're quite hungry. So this really ate into my food supplies, and I had to get my cook working overtime. But of course, my cook was also my doctor and a few other things, so it was just, I had to force people to be cooking a lot of the time. It was very messy. I'd rather not use my animals as meat shields anymore, or if I do, I might have to just turn off medical care for them entirely and let them tough it out, so to speak. Or maybe only put, it's just the amount of food it requires to feed them is absolutely exceptional. Also, this critter, yeah, they got to go. They're digging into my food supplies, but I haven't got around to taming them. It's just everything's been kind of chaotic since the last 2 raids, or the last 2 engagements. Valuable lessons learned. I definitely need to improve my defenses. I would love to get my hands on some more turrets, which means I'm probably going to have to raid some places, but I can't really do any raiding just yet because I still got to patch up my food supplies. It's coming up on about the time I should be able to plant. We're going to stay here for probably another season, maybe 2, depending. We'll see how it goes, but let's see if we grab a growing area here. Let's say throw it down. This should tell you, what does it say here? Potatoes. Yeah, growing period, 30 of 60 days, 6th of April-May to 6th of September. So that's the growing period of when plants will grow. So we got a bit of time left before we're going to have to start planting. And we're going to plant a lot of crops, but not just yet. More on that later. For the time being, we're going to put together a caravan. We're going to go across the world map, and we're going to go trading again because we have not been trading in a while, and they should hopefully have some more stuff that we can take advantage of. Another thing we're going to take care of is close combat weaponry. I need to get a few more close combat weapons, and I'm thinking uranium maces are the way to go. I've got a bill queued up for 3 of them, and we're going to get some of our people into more close combat oriented roles because they do more damage in a faster period of time. You risk more injuries, but we have good body armor, and I think Cecil proved in that last round of combat, they did some severe damage to the enemy. I think they took out 2 or 3 of them all on their own, and you're like, okay, well, if they're that good, why not get a few more? The medical bills are a bit of an annoyance, but in general, with good armor, it seemed to work out. Anyway, I'm going to... Yeah, I think I'm going to cut this out here. We've got almost 30 minutes of footage, and I think we've covered quite a few mechanics. Another thing, I've almost got research done. I've got 2 people maxed out on research. Who is it? Anita and MacGyver. So they should be taking care of most of the research when they're not crafting or doing anything else. So hopefully we're going to get electricity finished, which would be great, because then we could actually maintain the electrical grid we currently have. And I'd like to move some of these wires and put them through walls instead of having them going where they're going. Also, some further expansion for some more bedrooms would be nice. Currently, my pawns are scattered all over the place for sleeping areas. But that's all for the next episode. I hope you enjoyed me stumbling around a little bit blindly in this game. I hope it wasn't too annoying for your more experienced players, but good luck.